All right, welcome. This is Nuke Marine presenting Let's Read Japanese, a course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Today's video is going to be a new series. It's called黒革の手帳, or Black Leather Notebook. Um, this is a 7-episode series, so I'm going to be doing roughly 2 videos per episode. So, 14 videos in this entire series as far as the YouTube uploads are concerned. I don't think I need to say viewer discretion advice. I don't think it's that dark, but there are some mature elements to this particular story. It can get kind of dark, but not too bad. But again, it's going to talk about some of the darker aspects of Japanese society. Good, yeah, either good or bad. But yeah, I'm not saying this is realistic portrayal because I have no idea, but it's dark. So that's it. Now, since this is a new series, like I like to do, or either the halfway point of a longer season, but in this case, since this is it's the start of a season, start of a series, I'd like to go into a more detailed explanation of what the hell is Let's Read Japanese. So, before I start, for those of you on YouTube, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and leave a comment, because feedback's always welcome. If you enjoy this series and you'd like to see more series like it, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because I plan to do more like this in the future. And this is all follows under the Let's Learn Japanese project. And so if you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community and all the random ways in which I do it, you can show your support in one way is via the Patreon. So the links of that is in the description. There's also links to the community Discord and the Let's Learn Japanese website that Otaku Day put together. Finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, technical assistance, advice, or mainly though it's like 1 or 2 sessions of one-on-one, walk you through the steps of setting up Anki and some of these other resources I've discussed for learning Japanese in the manner in which I have suggested. So if you'd like that, the hourly rates and the payments are via the Patreon, but the specific link to that is in the description as well. All right, now this is a Let's Read Japanese. How does this work? Well, first thing we got to read the Japanese. So off to the side over here is the text that I'll be reading. Normally these are subtitle rips from TV shows that I put into a page format or in a into a page format, and I read along with that. Now, as I'm reading up above is going to be the audio that I'll be reading along to. So as I'm reading the text, the audio plays, and I read along. So the benefit right now is I get to hear how natives pronounce the words that I'm reading. Second benefit is by reading along to audio, for some reason you get better comprehension and understanding of what you're reading, which is really good, especially because. And that's whether it's in your native language, but it definitely helps in learning a secondary language. Okay, so as I'm reading along, if I come across a word I don't know, I can hover over that. I can pause the audio and then hover over the word to kind of look it up. And it's like, okay, josei, onna, okay, a female lady, right? Opposite of dansei, opposite of a man. So that's the Japanese definition. But let's say I don't read Japanese too well because I'm learning. So I can scroll on down and then they have a bit more. They have a Japanese and English dictionary as well. I can look that up. So what's happening is by looking up words I don't know in a sentence, I now better comprehend that one particular sentence. And in each of the sentences that I comprehend, they add up to the understanding the scene later on, and the overall the episode, and overall the overall story. Increases the comprehension at a much higher level than my current Japanese ability would allow, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, third benefit of this is what I sometimes do. Is after I'm done reading this for about an hour, because it doesn't mean an hour episode. It means it takes me an hour of reading time because remember I'm pausing and looking up stuff, so it's going to take me a little bit longer than the audio suggests. But anyway, after roughly about an hour of doing this, I can then stop what I'm doing, or at the end of the episode, whatever it is, I can stop and then re-watch it or replay it or something, and in its normal form, like not without, basically just Japanese show with subtitles, or I'm just reading the book along, but I'm not pausing. I'm just reading it as it's meant to be read, and it's at the comprehension that I built up through the first read is most of it remains, and I get a a lot of enjoyment. I'll put it this way on the reread. So there's that. So and it kind of like it's almost like a review in that it kind of cements what I learned in the initial read with that secondary one. And again, you're enjoying Japanese as it's meant to be enjoyed, without the pausing and the lookups. So anyway, those are some of the benefits that are happening here with that kind of long introduction. So hopefully that makes sense. Later on, what I mentioned to people is that because of this, I save this transcript along with the transcripts of all the other stuff I've done. Let's read on. I can then run it through text analysis and uh, with the program called Morphman, and I can actually find, hey, how well do I know this particular? How well do I know it? You know, is it 85%? Like I know every one out of every 6 words, one out of every 10 words, and 90%, one out of every 20 words, and once they reach about 90%, like, hey, it's saying, hey, you know about 90% of this. All the words that appear in this, you know about 90% of them. Um, okay, cool. Then what I'll do is I'll actually add it into Anki and start doing sentence mining using Morphman in a way for that. It just shows me the most common words that I don't know, if that makes sense. So if a word is used in that story, like if you got the word and you don't, Anki thinks you don't know it, but it's used in that particular story, let's say 100 times. Well, guess what? That's 100 words in that story that now you know because you learned that one word. It just used 100 times in the story. And it goes down from there. It's, you know, maybe words are used 50, 20, 30, 15 times, and then later on maybe 5 or 3 times or whatever. Usually you don't get, okay, cool. So now I'm learning vocabulary. And then later on, I can just read it normally. What I can also do is I could take the audio from this because I can rip it and put it on my phone, play it on loop. So it's background audio. So now, but it's Japanese. I kind of comprehend at a higher level than I normally would because I took the time out to try to figure out this particular piece of Japanese audio through the reading of it. And yeah, now I'm listening to comprehensible Japanese at a throughout a lot more of my day. Okay, anyway, hopefully this all makes sense. If not, well, again, I can discuss it more in detail some other place, but yeah, okay. Anyway, that's the whole idea behind Let's Read Japanese. This particular drama, like I said, is a little dark, but it should be enjoyable and difficult. It is going to be a difficult drama to get through because they're dealing with banking, they're dealing with crime, they're dealing with politics, they're dealing with um, the, I want to say the management. I mean, again, businesses and real estate. It is going through the whole thing of everything dealing with finances is going to be here. So it's going to be a difficult drama to get through, but hopefully it's fun. With that said, let's get started. Got there? The earpiece. For those of you who are on Twitch, if you'd like to make comments, feel free. For those who are on YouTube, hey, welcome. Leave a comment. Hopefully I'll be able to answer if you got any questions. Now I think for their Koin, that just means an employee of a bank. Yeah, bank clerk. All right, so that's Higashibayashi Ginko, or maybe it's Torin. I don't know what they're going to be calling it, whether they're using onyomi or kunyomi. 9 o'clock, start of the bank day, and close at 3 o'clock because those are asshole hours. I have no idea if this happens in real life. Okay, spot the lead character. Apparently, she's supposed to be a very plain-looking lady, and it's like impossible for that actress to look like a plain lady. All right, so that's the cash. Shihei. All right, and that voice, you still hear it on ATMs even now. You still hear that. Yeah, in Japanese, yes, Japanese banking industries, paperwork is big. Yeah, so you go into a bank or post office, you're going to see, yeah, this is like a typical office, even today. And it's very cash based. It's not like credit cards are, yeah, it's more common now, but it's still heavy cash based society. Physical cash. Okay. Haraguchi, I'm assuming Genshi? Okay. Oh, Motoko. 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 Motoko?
お預かりいたします。
まさか間違
Okay. Fujioka. Yeah, looks good. And Murai. Fujioka Murai.
いありません。
About $50,000, right? Haragu, Haraguchi Motoko, Motoko. I don't. Oh, Haraguchi Motoko. Okay. Wait, Motoko. That's her.
支店長、ここに
What is she doing? What is she doing all these entry?
呼びますか、原口を。
誰にも気づかれないようにな。
念のため警備員を出口に。
いや。
So those are the inspectors, right? KB? Security. Okay, KB.
念のため警備員を出口に。
いや、僕と君だけで処理するんだ。でないと破滅だ。
I think he's talking like it will run the bank. So whatever's happening, it has to do with her essentially doing $50,000 deposits or five. Let's see. This was five. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, it should be $50,000.
原口さん、食事どうぞ。はい。ありがとう。
Haraguchi Motoko. Okay, so she knows she's been spotted of whatever the hell she's doing. Okay. This is an escape since I don't think we're really getting much out of it. Okay, changing clothes. Well, just took off her jacket. Probably should have grabbed, I don't know if she's wearing high heels or not, but probably should have changed shoes if she had a chance. Okay. I don't know what that badge is.
支店長、至急先方の口座オンラインを止めてもらってください。至急先方。
Simple, no. The other person's. Okay. Okay, so her account. Okay.
この口座オンラインを止めてもらってください。逃げられたんですよ。
All right. So she made all the deposits to her account. Now she's got to withdraw the cash. So she was somehow making the deposits as an accountant. So that could be done electronically. Now she's doing it as the withdrawing the cash so she can have, okay? And she's doing it on camera. Okay. Now, it looks like $5,000.
そうです。その口座を今すぐ凍結して。
Freeze her account.
すでに解約されてる。
What am I seeing here?
しばらくそのままでお待ちください。
新橋までお願いします。
Check all the cash. All right, so this is going to be the. Okay, cool. Ginza. Let's see that again. Eiko. There's gonna be a lot of like Motoko. Oh, oh, that's her. Okay, she's the one who said arigato. Gotcha. Eiko. Let's look at that kanji real quick. Fancy. Let's see. It's not too complicated either. Well, actually, well, it's not taki, so it's May. Okay, so it is a little complicated because it's a variant of stuff you don't normally see. Okay. Okay. Meiko, eiko, eiko.
いい度ですね。似合うわよ。借り物です。身も蓋もないわね、あなたって。
身も蓋もない。
身も蓋もないわね、あなたって。私たちは夢を売る仕事なのよ。
夢を売るって嘘をつくこと。
She doesn't strike me as a good actress, but
そうよ。
ママ、私今日昼の仕事辞めました。今日から銀座だけで生きていきます。
それはおめでとう。
私この世界に入る前の方が嘘をついていたような気がします。
That's okay. That's kind of deep. Everything before entering this life, it seemed a lie.
支店長、しかし本店の抜き打ち検査が入ったらしい。終わりです。
抜き打ち検査 surprise inspection 抜き打ち without notice. Okay. 抜き打ち Okay, I like that. 抜き打ち
本店の抜き打ち検査が入ったらしい。終わりですよ。
だから証拠は全部消して
それで
だから証拠は全部消して
それできたとしても内部からリークされたら。
はい。君か。原口君、君はなんてことしてくれたんだ。自分でやったことか。とにかく1億2000万すぐ返しなさい。
銀行。
1.2 million. She took out 1.2 million. Okay. Dollars. I'm putting in dollar amount. So every time I see Oku, I think of $1 million. I know it's like 100 million. I just divide by, so that was E1. Like when you say Ichiman, I think of $100. So that's just my mental calculation. That's just how I immediately do it. So Yaku-yen is $1, Ichiman $100, Ichioku-yen. So, but Yakuman, I just always think of $10,000. So I've just gotten used to that. And it's probably a bad thing because my wife, she tries to get me to it in total numbers. So like she'll actually say like, oh, it's 38,000 yen. It's like, oh God, don't do that. Just say some, just say sama hasen. Just it's so much easier because it's like I'm not used to thinking in pennies. Like imagine trying to think in money in terms of pennies. No, don't do that because it's like again in English we don't use the numbers in those ways when we're talking with money. It just makes the where you got to calculate too much. But it's very difficult because she's so used to saying it, the numbers when she's saying the numbers in English, I spell out. So it's just like, please don't, just use man sen. I'll be good. I can do the math after that. A lot easier.
大石店行。東林銀行。
Okay, so they were doing it. Torin. So instead, Higashi Bayashi, It's Torin Ginko.
大井支店
What? Roi Shiten.
架空名義
Kaku Meigi. I'm assuming that's the customer. Oh. Ooh. Kaku Meigi. Kaku. Overhead and then Meigi. Fake name.
に誠二郎
Tani Nisejiro.
7252万
And by the way, it's like $700,000.
同目黒支店明石陽介6800万
These are serious dollar amount, or these are serious money amounts.
同北口支店神原栄一7300万同青戸支店下田茂三6600万実際名義奈良林健二
So what they weren't noticing, they were just noticing she was having a lot of money put into her account. That's what set them off. What she's basically telling them is like, oh, but I took the money from these specific accounts, and these specific accounts are fake. So if you report me, you basically reveal where the money comes from is from accounts that are also fake. And they're fake because they're basically, these are dummy accounts for people who are trying to hide their money from the Japanese version of the IRS.
まだ続けますこの架空口座リスト
君それ
私返す気ありませんから
She doesn't feel like I don't feel like coming back to work. Yeah, I can imagine that.
いただいた1億2000万お金持ちの方々の裏金作りに手を
Now, so it's like slush fund. There we go. Uragane zukuri.
お金持ちの方々の裏金作りに手を貸してること公になってもいいんだったら
Oyakani. Publicly? As a group? Make public. Okay. Oyakani na.
公になってもいいんだったら私を警察に突き出してください
It's basically blackmail in a way.
じゃあまた電話します
待て男だな
は
裏に誰かいるんだろう君は騙されてんだ
私一人ですよ次長
I think she should have lied instead of not tell the truth in this.
1億2000万の横領
Investment. Oh, yo.
1億2000万の横領私たった一人でやりました次長私にはそんな度胸も力もないと思ってらしたでしょ違います
君を買いかぶってたよ
You've been bought off? Bribed? Oh, okay. Overestimate. Kimi o kaikabu. Okay.
君を買いかぶってたよ真面目で誠実な人間だと思っていたよ
Okay, thought you were an upstanding person. Gotcha. Sincere and honest.
真面目で誠実な人間だと思っていたよ
Oh no, the person who was like embezzling or setting up slush funds for tax cheats, though, thought she was just being an honest, upstanding person. He's offended.
次長私真面目で誠実なんて言われても嬉しくてもなんともないんです
That is a lot of money. 15 seconds. Yeah, they gotta play with the money because I don't know it for visuals, Adam. Actually, I like the way she does this, by the way. That part, the whole feigning thing, I kind of like that. I guess she's counting groups of 10, so each one of those is like $1,000. So that's like Jumayan or Yakuman, so $10,000. Those are usually in stacks of $10,000, equivalent there of 100 stacks of 100.
毎日毎日
Oh, this is a flashback. There we go. Okay.
私の手の上を流れていく大金触りもしないのに一瞬のうちに移動する大金麻痺していく感覚
Coming numb to the feeling. Yeah, okay. Count transfers. Trying to think in the amount. So these are like in 700,000s and whatnot. And the transfers are like in the 50,000, 70,000 range. Okay.
消毒液の匂いのするこの女
Okay. Shodokueki. So that's a shodokueki. That's not narcotics. That's a morphine, antiseptics. Okay. Shodokueki no nioi. Okay. Antiseptic.
消毒液の匂いのするこの女彼女は一月に一度くらい金を預けにやってきたこのカンバラという人間は
Kambara. Kambara. That's cattail, right? Yeah, bulrush cattail. Kambara. You just see the names. So really knowing it, the plant. It's sometimes good to know the plant because you can get a visual for the kanji. But you're mainly going to see it used in names. Kambara.
このカンバラという人間は存在しない一部の人間だけが脱税のため架空名義をいくつも持つことを許されている
That's to avoiding taxes, right? Tax avoidance? Datsuze. Tax evasion. Okay. Datsuze no tame. Kakumegi. And there's the kakumegi, the false account or false name. Kakumegi. Kutsume natsu koto. Okay, yeah. So just transferring to a bunch of fake accounts. That makes sense.
脱税のため架空名義をいくつも持つことを許されている銀行のトップシークレット私はそんな秘密を見てしまった不正を示したこのファイルはブロックされていてコピーすることができないだから私は黒革の手帳に写し取ったこれもこれもすべて実在しない人の名前
That's usually difficult to do, like staying that late by yourself at a computer. It depends on it's one of those things like when you want. Part of the thing of running a business, you got to have a lot of trust in the people that you're employing. But one of the things is if someone has, or there's no oversight, you got to be really careful about that. People like to seem to be in earlier than other people and stay later than other people. Sometimes like, oh, this person's a hard worker, but it also could be red flags. Especially also those that never seem to go on vacation. It's like, oh, this is a hard worker, but it also be a red flag because there's no one going in there then could do their work for them. And so usually if someone's able to come in and do your work and no problem. That's someone else can come in and do the work and you're worried they're going to find something. Well, okay, that's a red flag. That's a problem. So that's why you kind of want to make sure it's, for good work, you want people, motivated to do the job because you're assuming, hey, you're paying them for their effort and their time. as a business, because also what they're doing is helping your business as well. So it's a mutual exchange there. And the better, when both people are happy with that exchange, the better hopefully as a business can grow. Um, but yeah, you can get stuff like this. But again, this is where the bank is corrupt and the employee here is corrupt as well. So okay, it's not, they're basically two corrupt people trying to one's going to take advantage of the other, and use the fact that they're corrupt as the protection, at least from getting the police involved. There's no protection from the people they can hire to get their money back.
すべて実在しない人の名前。
It is existence. Okay.
すべて実在しない人の名前。では、ただいまご入金いたしますので、そちらにおかけになってお待ちください。金持ちなんだからちゃんと税金払えよ。払わないなら私がもらっちゃうからね。
I don't know her, the actress. Doesn't look familiar.
すいません。やっぱり700万にします。ちょっと細かいですけど。
では、もう一度番号札をお取りになってお待ちいただけますか。は？申し訳ありません。そちらの番号札をお取りになってください。
何してんの君は。
I know that's like a number slip. Basically, tell her you get the. Okay, so yeah, that's a mango satsu. That's a number slip. Okay, yeah, take it.
何してんの君は。大変失礼いたしました、神村様。
申し訳ありません。
She did that on purpose. I like that.
10年働いて、
Hmm.
私の貯金は400万ちょっと。
That's not bad. $40,000 saved up.
銀行ではこの程度の客はゴミと呼ばれる。
I can believe that. Contempt for your clients that don't have like just your average client, just trying to be an average person.
こんにちは。東林銀行北口支店の原口と申しますが、竹島さんご在宅でしょうか。
I wouldn't be using my name though, or the fact I'm working there. She's verifying that she's doing the work though. She's definitely doing the work. She's still using, and she's using. Okay, so she's doing this on purpose. Okay, all right.
こんにちは。東林銀行北口支店の原口と申しますが、石川さんご在宅でしょうか。原口さん。
Unless, oh, wait, unless wait, maybe this is part of her job. I thought this is like part of her investigation. I can't remember if these are Kitaguchi. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is legit. I'm sorry. Maybe it's a legit part of her business, of her, her work. Yeah. Especially that right there is kind of like.
おじいさんスウェーデン人でクォーターって言ったけど本当？
はあ、歌詞に決まってんじゃん。
Quota. Oh, quota.
平気でバカみたいなこと言うから。じゃあはあ、歌詞に決まってんじゃん。
Gosh.
平気でバカみたいなこと言うから。
じゃあ小さい時お母さんが華僑の大富豪と再婚したっていうのは？
大富豪。今日の大富豪と。
と再婚。じゃあ小さい時 お母さんが華僑の大富豪と再婚したっていうのは？
毎日お食べなのに富豪の娘か。
不幸。不幸、不幸、号泣、不幸。
まあとにかく、家のことは絶対言わないよね。
ねえ原口さんハワイ行ったってチョコレート買ってきたじゃん。あれってデパートで買ってきたんじゃない
I'm assuming they're making fun of her, you know, like, which obviously is a.
すみません。すみません。
Okay.
スタララ。
Hmm.
スタララ。クソババ。
What did she do?
クソババ。スタララ。
復讐してやろうか。
Revenge. All right. Okay, so I see what's happening. So she has a shitty job. Employees are making fun of her, and basically she just doesn't really give a shit. She's basically gave up on shit right now. She's thinking this is not the life for her. Okay, I get it. Okay.
お金に。
This is supposed to be the intro? It's a nice intro. Actually, that right there would be kind of a good, like, you know, the image off tilt to that, so it's not, instead of like lined up perfectly. I think that would. Anyway, it's cool. That was cool.
支店長。
お待たせいたしました。
いらっしゃいませ。
コーヒーください。
はい。
お返事お聞かせください。
原口君、君は罪悪感を感じないのか？
A feeling of guilt? Fuck no.
それが自分でも不思議なぐらい感じてないんですよ。
麻痺してるんだよ。
Drugs? Numbness? Okay, gotcha. 麻痺してるんだ。
麻痺してるんだよ。どうかしてるんだこの女。
支店長は罪悪感感じてないんですか？
私が？
架空名義を黙認するということは。
架空名義を黙認。Tacit. Oh, I like that. Silent consent. I like that. 黙認. I mean, okay. 黙認する. Oh, I like that word though. 黙認. Okay, silent consent.
架空名義を黙認するということは脱税の片棒を担ぐことでしょう。
脱税の片棒? 片棒を片棒. What is 片棒? Take part in. 片棒. Accomplice part. Okay, good. 片棒. Eyeballs, basically partners, but 片棒, accomplice. Okay. And that was 担ぐ. So 片棒を担ぐ.
脱税の片棒を担ぐことでしょう。
うちの銀行のためだ。
笑っちゃう。支店の営業成績イコール
支店の営業
自分の出世でしょ。
自分の出世。
男は支店の営業成績イコール自分の出世でしょ。男はどんどん転勤して偉くなっていけるんだから。説教なら帰ります。
君本題。
Oh,
説教なら帰ります。
君
I should have remembered Sekkyo. I was thinking it was dealing with taxes, but obviously it was. So I misread the
本題に入るから座りたまえ。
Hondai, the real problem. Okay. Oh, okay. Hondai ni hai.
本題に入るから座りたまえ。
私これから仕事ですから手短にお願いします。
仕事。
私これから仕事ですから手短にお願いします。
Demichini.
仕事？
銀座のホステスです。銀行さんの大嫌いな水商売ですよね。
Ryoki. Oh, that's a sick name you got there, buddy. Anyway, konnichiwa.
例のもの持ってきたね。
もちろん。
Don't show. Okay, anyways.
6000万で買おう。半分は返してくれないか。
は
1億2000万本店に知られずに処理するのは無理だ。
Okay. I see that. I like their negotiation tactics here. They're playing kind of like what sometimes insurance companies will do. Like, sometimes, they behind the door, they don't care about the legality of stuff. They just want their financial obligation to be covered. So in this case, though, he can't hide the fact that 1.2 million got stolen, but maybe half of that he could.
公的資金が投入されたことで。
Okay. Anyway. Shorty. That should be the management.
1億2000万本店に知られずに処理するのは無理だ。
公的資金が投入されたことで。
Koteki shiken. That's the
公的資金が投入されたことで風当たりが強くなるわ。ごめんなさい。
kazetari. Exposure. Criticism.
風当たりが強くなるわ。ごめんなさい。カットされるわ。生き残れるかどうかの瀬戸際なんだ。
でも
生き残れるかどうかの瀬戸際なんだ。
でもバブルの頃の不良債権。
Ryosai. Bad investments? What is that? Non-performing loan. Bad debt. Ryosai.
でもバブルの頃の不良債権。一件につき何千万も何億もチャラにしてるじゃないですか。
Just charani. Again, I'm kind of okay. Don't talk gibberish. Okay.
一件につき何千万も何億もチャラにしてるじゃないですか。ないところか当てるくせに大口の客には甘いのよ。
君にそんなこと言われる筋合いはない。
ないところか当てるくせに大口の客には甘いのよ。
君にそんなこと言われる筋合いはない。
それはそう。
筋合い。解けてくる理由は OK. So kind of like agreement. Reason, come to reason. What? Reason, right? Okay. 筋合い。
それは
君にそんなこと言われる筋合いはない。
それはそう。だからお互い自分を正当化するのやめましょうよ。
正当化。
私だって、だからお互い自分を正当化するのやめましょうよ。私だって正義感でやったわけじゃない。私だけのためにやったんです。そっちだって悪いと知りながらやってたんでしょ。
Basically, she's a bitch, but she's dealing with other bitches right now, so who cares? It's kind of fun to watch, a bitch fight, which is what you're having at the moment. So that's kind of cool.
だから私を警察に突き出せないんでしょ。
何年も君を見てきたけど、こんなふてぶてしい女だったとは思わなかったよ。
ふてぶてしい、ふてぶてしい。経験
こんなふてぶてしい女だったとは思わなかったよ。
そうですか。私は今日初めて次長が私の目を見て話してくださってると感動してるんですけど、私の目を見て話してくださってると感動してるんですけど。
This music is going to become a problem. I know. Hostess clubs, great. Those are annoying, but yeah. So that's Eiko, right? Not A. No. Yeah, Eiko.
ありがとう。ありがとう。
ママ。
いらっしゃいませ。
先生、立派なお花をありがとうございました。
いやいや、あんな目立つとこに。
Oh, this guy. Narahayashi? Is that his actual name? Narabayashi? Like Narabayashi.
飾ってもらっちゃ恥ずかしいよ。はい、おめでとう。
ありがとうございます。何おっしゃるの先生、有名人じゃありませんか。拝見しましたよ、昨日テレビ。
いやいや、美容外科医は表に出るべき仕事じゃないと思ってるんだけどね。
So beauty, yoga. So I guess he's a plastic surgeon. Yeah, okay. Yogeka. Really? Yogeka.
美容外科医は表に出るべき仕事じゃないと思ってるんだけどね。断れないんだよ、僕は頼まれると。
いらっしゃいませ。失礼します。
おや、新しい。
いいえ、もう半年以上。確かご紹介したはずよ。
はい。
お、なんだか不愛想な子だなと思ってたんだ。
なんだか不愛想。Cool. Okay. 不愛想。
なんだか不愛想な子だなと思ってたんだ。明るくなったね。垢抜けたし、全然わからなかった。
By the way, if you are offended at the idea of someone just touching without consent, you're really gonna hate these scenes and everything dealing with the host because it seems like all these customers feel like they have the right to touch whoever they want. It really can get to you. And you kind of tell in the faces of people like they don't like it, but they're looking at the customer as money, so that's what they're accepting. It's kind of a weird. It's kind of this weird thing we involve money with things like intimate relationships. Like this is kind of it's an act. Okay, anyway, it's kind of the reason why I'm saying it's like kind of a darker nature when you see it, it's like, yeah, this is kind of this is like super uncomfortable, and this happens in even today. This is happening in Japanese society, the business side of things.
でしょ。時に今日は綺麗なの。なんかいいことあったの？
いいえ、着物のせいですきっと。
いいね。僕はね、女性をきれいにするのが商売だけどさ、本当はママ、この子みたいに人工でなくきれいになるのが。本当はママ、この子みたいに人工でなくきれいになるのが理想だよ。
嬉しい。そんな風に言われたの初めてです。 はいどうぞ。
はい。
All right. What was that again? Guy's name? Actually, let's see. That's supposed to be like a barrel, right? Nada. Oak. Oak tree. Okay, I was way off. Really oak. I was thinking it was a barrel. Yeah. Strong whiskey. Okay, oak. Okay, I can buy that. Make it easy to remember, at least for the kanji. But Narabayashi.
奈良林検事。
Narabayashi Kenji.
東林銀行にいくつもの架空名義を持つ。
So she's I guess she's going to look to get him for some more money.
谷清次郎、明石陽介、神原栄一、下田茂三、実際名義奈良林検事。職
実際な。名義。
実際名義奈良林検事。
奈良林検事。
職業奈良林美容外科クリニック。
美容外科。美容外科。美容外科。That is 外科 right? 美容外科医。美容外科クリニック。
職業奈良林美容外科クリニック委員長。
Oh, okay, that's the clinic. Whoa! Whoa! All right. They're really what I like is like they're setting you up like they don't want you. They're making sure this series like you don't like any of these motherfuckers. Okay, you don't like her because of look how she treated those kids, for example. You don't like the bosses because they just like turn a blind eye to corruption. You definitely don't like him because he's just being an asshole, both in the hostess club and during surgery. It's like what the hell's going on here?
プロテーゼを入れますからね。
プロテーゼ。プロテーゼ。Okay. プロテーゼ。
プロテーゼを入れますからね。
先生。先生。
That was weird. They've got a weird relationship going. He's taking Venus with all of them. Okay. So again, you saw him as the principal or the head teacher. It wasn't, well, I guess technically principal on the, and so he's pretty good at playing scumbags. I don't think I've seen him play a good character, but then again, Japanese actors are in many, many dramas, and I've not even seen a percentage of them. So. And I think that's literally, I could have watched 50. I'm pretty sure there's more than 5,000 dramas out there. I get the feeling that at least. Like even the last 10 years, there's been like that's over 1,000 or so. It's just kind of amazing. Wow, it is getting really outside the weather. Just because there's a typhoon incoming in Japan, so starting to get the weather. So tomorrow's going to be really bad.
なんて大胆な。
Because that's like obviously that's gallbladder, famously gallbladder, but courage. 大胆だ。
なんて大胆な。
大胆だ。
全然連絡くださらないので、どうなさったのかと思いまして。
分かってる。要求を飲む。こちらは金を要求しない。
We'll take your request. We'll accept your. That should be accepting your demands.
その代わり、こちらは金を要求しない。その代わり、絶対に口外しないでほしい。
I mean, don't. It's basically keep things in secret, right? Keep it in house. 口外, yeah. Don't reveal. 口外しないで. Well, I mean, 口外 is reveal. 口外しない. Don't reveal.
もちろんです。
その代わり、絶対に口外しないでほしい。
もちろんです。じゃあ、念書を書いていただけますか。
念書？
今後私に対し1円の返金も要求しないって書いてください。
支店長はそう言ってるじゃないか。そこまでするのか君は。
私は女一人で大銀行と戦ってるんですから。これですね。
1億2000円。They're gonna have to do it.
手帳欲しくないんですか。
Well, I mean, if they want to, they could take it from her. But I don't think if she was smart, it's not real, or she has already made copies. So it's like you shouldn't even trust her that that's the only source of what she has.
日付も。
And the date.
それから村井次長もサインしてください。
And yeah, if you've ever done have something like for not what is it a notary public have something notarized. Sometimes you would actually put your thumbprint on there, so it's like, yeah, okay, it is you that's doing it. So you not only have you signed it, thumbprint, and yeah, that's they're just trying to verify, yeah, you're the one who at least agreed to this, and you know what you agreed to. It's not obviously even that could be fake to an extent, but it makes it harder to say, well, okay, why was this all in the agreement? Like, okay, because yeah, people have faked stuff like this. That's understood, but here it looks like, yeah, no, it's our bank, and you agreed. I was sitting, and and they can look at the cameras. Yeah, she walked in. You accept her into the office, and on this date, as you signed this, that's gonna be hard to say like you didn't do it when it's obvious like you were aware of, and you can go through the account and say, yeah, you're aware of these transfer of funds into her account.
日を念書を書いてもらおうかね。
架空口座のことを絶対に口外しませんって書いていいんですか。
手帳のコピーなんか取ってないだろうな。
信用していただくしかないですね。写真と違ってネガっていうわけにはいきませんから。
Wait, nega? Oh, that's why is that? That's maybe something different. Negative? Yeah, there we go. Negative. That made more sense. Nega というわけには。
信用していただくしかないですね。写真と違ってネガっていうわけにはいきませんから。ではもう二度とお会いすることもありませんね。10年間大変お世話になりました。
おい、
まだ何か？
女一人で1億2000万。何に使う？何のための金だ？遊んで暮らそうっていうのか？
次長、私はもっともっと高みに登りたいんですよ。
Wants to climb to higher heights.
高みってなんだ？
さあ。でも例えばこうやってお二人を見下ろせるくらいに。
Again, they're all bitches in this, so it doesn't matter. Like everyone's a bitch in this, so it's everyone's an asshole. It that, so again, don't feel pity for what all the bad stuff's gonna happen, even to her. All the bad stuff that's gonna be going off in this series, you don't have to feel pity. You can kind of laugh at it. You're still gonna feel bad sometimes. You're gonna start sympathizing a little bit with her, but yeah, for the most part, it's like yeah, okay. Again, they lost money from a client that was embezzling funds anyway, or not embezzling funds, but trying to hide money away from the Japanese government for tax purposes. Okay, sorry, zero pity. And you saw that the person who's doing it, the doctor, and I think that's his wife. I'm not sure, but it's like they are not good people anyway. So it's it again. You got zero pity for anybody. This is kind of cool.
いらっしゃいませ。エモちゃんお願い。
はい。あ、先生、森のママが今日占いお願いしたいって電話がありました。
So this is at okay.
そう。
占い？
先生に当たるんですよ。怖いくらい。
遊びでやってるの。
私ね、信用しないの、占いって。
その方がいいです。
私はこれからどうなるかしら。ねえ、成功する？
I don't know. It's kind of creepy.
運気は上昇している。
That should be good. Your fate is good, right, Winky? Your natural phenomena no, an indication. Okay. She's in Ginzo. That's natural phenomena. Okay, so good omen. Okay. Gotcha.
運気は上昇している。嵐のように。
嵐のように上昇。悪くないわね。
運気は上昇している。嵐のように。
That would probably be a good place to stop, but I want to go about another 5 minutes as far as the video is concerned.
まあお久しぶり。どうぞ。あら、同伴いただいたの？はい。
Oh, hi. You show needs to okay, came together. Okay, a couple. Come. Oh, hi.
はい。あら、同伴いただいたの？はい。
またデートしような。
さあどうぞどうぞ。
さあさあさあさあさあ。
先生すぐ戻ってきますから。
いいから時間ないんだよほら。
だって綺麗にしないと先生に嫌われたら嫌だもん。
Okay. He was the actor. It was like let's see, Taiyo Shizumu, the undefeated, or Yeah, kind of like the Undefeatable or something like that. I forgot what the actual title was, but it's basically set in the Japanese airline industry. So he's the actor. I want to do a read of that, a let's read of that, along with um, Fumochi Tai. Is, both those stories are by the same author, and I forgot her name, but they're each around 19, 20 episodes. They were both very long series, and but I do want to do a let's read of those. Probably after I'm finished with the Hanzao Naoki and the um, Shitamachi Raketo, those two series as well. So again, something maybe like maybe 6 months from now, 6 months from now, I might want to try to do those two together because yeah, um, they're interesting stories, and I like it because they're like a good look as to what the history of Japan was like in the post-war Japan up until about the 80s. I forgot the actor's name though. Actually, I didn't forget. I never learned it. How's that? Where are we at here?
あ、ねえ、7番テーブルのお客様で一番若い人知ってる？
あれはね、安島さん。衆議院議員の江口先生の秘書。え？
Oh, so one of the members of parliament, right? 衆議院議員。Let's see how she says that again.
衆議院議員の
Okay. 衆議院議員の江口先生の秘書 and that's the it's assistant, the secretary or assistant, right? 秘書. Yeah. I don't think secretary would be good. Like assistant sounds better, but okay. You should.
江口先生の秘書。衆議院議員の江口先生の秘書。え？議員秘書よ。
議員秘書。Yeah, secretary to diet. That's called diet, and it's a diet. Diet member. Diet. I don't know the actual pronunciation. I forgot the actual, or I never learned the actual pronunciation. I always see it written down, but I never. But I always think of Japanese parliament. But 衆議院議員. It's kind of weird, like 議員. 衆議院. Let's do 衆議院. First one. That one there. House of Representatives. 衆議院, and then 議員. Then the actual member.
ありがとう。
思い出した。
That's kind of creepy.
今日初めてお会いしたと思いますけど。
いや、合ってる。
どこでです？
Oh yeah, he was in the car that almost hit her when she was a.
君急に道路に飛び出してきて、OL みたいな格好して走ってた。
Okay, so that's okay. That's a good memory, by the way. That's a really good memory.
まるで
I guess it would make sense. Like if you're almost going to kill someone, you might, and the person is like looking at your face. I can imagine you would remember that. That's kind of memorable.
悪いことして逃げてるみたいだったな。
人違いです。私じゃありませんわ。
そう。
そうか。
はい。
ああ、飲みすぎた。
はい。
君名前は？
あ、本名は元子です。
本名？
はい。私近いうちにここ辞めてお店を出すんです。そしたら来てくださいますか？
どこ？
場所はまだ。
じゃあどうやって行けばいいんだ？
でもお店の名前はもう決めてあるんですよ。カルネです。
カルネ？
フランス語で手帳っていう意味なんです。
Really? カルネ. Really? It means okay. I don't know. I've taken French, but you know that's high school French in the U.S. means you didn't take the language at all.
カルネ？
フランス語で手帳っていう意味なんです。
Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure if I were like the boss of a company and one of my employees decided, oh, they want to like talk up trying to take a customer that's attending to their business that they're going to be building up, probably gonna make him leave. I mean, that's just not proper. That is just not proper. That's yeah, it's kind of rude. Darn it. Gosh darn it. Unless she's like she wants her to try to expand. Especially if she's planning on kind of like ending the business and selling it to someone else, you know. So
噂
this,
によると空き店舗探してるんですって。
hmm.
もしそうならお祝いしなくちゃね。
すいません。決まってからきちんとご報告しようと思って。
もちろんそうでしょうね。最近は卒業すればすぐお蕎麦屋さんやラーメン屋さんになれる学校があるそうよ。偉いわ。1年足らずでお店を持つなんて。あなたはあまり男が好きじゃないと思ってたんだけど、ちゃっかりうちの店で捕まえてたのね。
いいえ。これだけは言っておきます、ママ。私にはパトロンと呼べる人はいません。
She doesn't have a patron. That's where she's making. I think just think about this. That's where she's making a mistake. One, she's trying to go a little too fast. Like she really wants to climb, but she's going to climb too fast. And you know, right now she's got a really good funding. I mean, 1.2 million. That is like that is an amazing nest egg. But she wants to use that as a stepping point to make something even bigger. Whereas you could probably, if you're willing to work, like that could be your savings. Although you probably don't want to, you know, investing. Obviously, want to invest in a mutual fund, and you could live off. You can live off, not live off, but actually utilize the funds there along with your regular job, and actually build up a good work. So you're not having to put up with bullshit. You can actually pick the job you want and then utilize that to build up. But I think she wants kind of greedy in that she wants it immediately as opposed to slow. So who knows? Good. Like I said, she's basically got 1.2 million for free. Uh, let's see. 宿題が完了し。Okay. Okay. See you soon.
そう。精進なさい。成功祈ってるわ。いいのよ、ここで。
いつまでも泣いてんじゃねえよ。
Namiko. Okay, interesting. So, got a psycho worker. Okay. Knows how to play emotions.
お客様、ご生産の方がまだのようですが。
え？あいつ金払わへんかったん？
はい。
信じられへん。
ともされましても。
なんで私が払わなあかんの？普通男が払うもんやんか。
おいくら
？1680円になります。
All right, we're going to stop it there. Let's get to the 32-minute mark. Okay, yeah, that's roughly about 425 lines of dialogue-ish. This was long. This is let me take off my earpiece, please. Okay, this was a long portion. We're only halfway done. Because I don't remember when I started this, because it was about 15 minutes into it. I honestly I don't remember, but I expected, because again, this was this particular the first episode is 60 minutes long, and I'm roughly doing about 30 minutes of each half. And again, like everything else, if it's dealing with bank or law or medical, I'm looking up a lot of words and trying to put into kind of remember and categorize it and whatnot. Once you're having generic conversation, that part goes fast, like anything else. So that's the fun part. But and you kind of see it. Like I'm liking the show already in that you really don't care. You really don't give a fuck about any of these people. As in, you really don't care if anything bad happens to them, because they're meant to be like, they kind of get what they deserve, but you kind of also feel like, why are you putting yourself in that situation? You already have, you kind of won. Now you're wanting to put it all online again, like, because if you lose that, you're going to start less than zero. Like you're already in a bad spot. Now you want to be lower than a bad spot. Like, and you know what's happening. Like she's going to throw it all online in some stupid store, as opposed to she could have built herself up and built up a, because she has the financing, you don't have to put up with shit. Um, you know, and, kind of build up trust in clients that would then follow her when she, because that does happen when you create a business. People may want to start their own business. Like, hey, look, and it could be like, hey, I want to franchise it. Like, I'll start the store, but in your name, but I want to do it as a friend. So, again, that way it's no problem bringing customers over, because now they're customers that are attached to the name of the main place. Who knows if they want to do that or not. She wanted her own thing, cool, but then that doesn't mean you want to start drawing customers before you've set it up. Yeah, she could have. Yeah, that would have been my recommendation. Assuming you had a windfall of, again, $1 million. That you just don't immediately start spending the $1 million. Again, you put it away, preferably mutual funds. Set it up with again where you basically get the monthly, or it could even be weekly, but monthly. It's like $1 million. That's about, I want to say, 4,000. You can get about $5,000 a month, and again, $5,000 a month. Put that in perspective. Times $60,000. So that's like having imagine you got a $30 an hour job, full time $30 an hour job. For like, but you don't have to work. That's always there. Like it's almost like you're constantly having a $30 an hour job. And again, it's $30 an hour full time. That means the 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 50 weeks out of the year. That's the numbers I'm talking about here when we're talking. That. And that's not enough for her. She wants to go even higher. So like that, just with what she had, that would be that. And then plus that's on top of the money that then she can make in any type of job she wants to take. And again, if she enjoys working in that type of industry, which is fine, because maybe it feels a lot more honest about herself, being that type of character, fine. And collect the money, and then she doesn't have to beg and borrow. Go for the dregs. Hope kind of she can turn down stuff that's like not to her taste. She has a call in the matter, and again, just build up a client base of people that like her as a as a hostess, and then also she's going to become whether the owner of the place. Then yeah, they can come over. It's like there's all sorts of ways you can do it, but again, that won't make interesting drama. That won't make an entertaining drama. I get that. So that's what kind of makes some of this exasperating. It's like, she's obviously she is super smart, and vicious, right? And she knows where she's weak and kind of where she's strong, but too greedy. She's just too greedy. But beyond that, yeah, it's fun. So anyway, this has been the, let me stop it there. This has already been going on long enough for right now. Jeez. Okay, I still got time. So what do I say about that? Let's, I really don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's really not much to say. So for those of you on Twitch, remember, I'm going to continue the live stream after this. For those on YouTube, those will be the end of this particular video. I'll be back tomorrow with the second half of this particular drama. And again, continuing it on for those of you on YouTube, continue on for the next 14 days. Because it's a 7 episode, but I'm doing 2 videos per episode. Okay, cool. So with that said, thank you all very much. For those of you on YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the series, like to see more, subscribe to the channel. If you like to support what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, one way is through the Patreon. The link's in the description, as well as links to the website and the community Discord. Then if you'd like to hire me, usually for 1 or 2 sessions doing one-on-one, talking about how to set up Anki, setting up all these resources, utilizing or the steps of which to do these reviews or learning processes, then that can be done. The hourly rates and the payments are also via the Patreon, so a direct link for that specifically is in the description as well. Okay, so thank you all very much. So again, I'll be back tomorrow. So this has been Let's Read Japanese, Kurokawa no Techo, episode 1, part 1. Cool. All right, so again, goodbye on YouTube, and then for Twitch, I'll be sticking around. So Later, guys.